Good evening, sir.
Very good evening, ma'am.
Sir,
Okay, welcome all of you to the webinar on careers in biology. Maybe some teachers are may not be having this subject. What has happened? Yes, before we start, let's do an ice-breaking session. That is, we'll start with one word, right? I'll give you one word, and you all will give one word so that at the end we'll have a sentence. Let's see what type of sentence we are making at the end. So I give you a word, rubber. Please unmute and you can give me another word, or else you can send in the chat box.
elastic.
I hope I'm audible. Elastic. Okay.
Erase.
Elastic is. Okay.
Erase.
Next. Yeah, erase. I've written erase. Rubber, elastic, erase. Then
Flexible.
Punita ma'am. Flexible. Okay. Anyone else?
It's a plant also. Yes. Plant.
Plant. Okay. Anyone else?
Stretchable.
Insulator.
At least insulator. Okay, good.
Stretchable.
Insulator. Stretchable. Okay. So we have rubber, elastic, erase, plant, insulator, stretchable. Can we make a sentence out of it? Quickly. Anyone wants to add other words with it?
Vulcanized.
What is it?
Vulcanized.
Vulcanized.
Yeah.
Vulcanized. What do you mean by this?
Like adding sulfur to the natural rubber, it is called the vulcanized rubber.
Okay.
When we
vulcanized rubber. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I knew that word galvanization. This is the first time I'm hearing this word. Thank you so much, ma'am. Vulcanized. Okay, let's make a sentence out of it. But I don't think so.
Vanished.
Vanished. Okay, vanished. Okay, rubber, elastic, erase, flexible, plant, insulation, stretchable, vulcanized, vanished. Anything else? So we couldn't make a sentence out of it, like a meaningful sentence. Although each word is having a lot of meaning, but we cannot make uh, a sentence out of it. Can we make with some of the words? I think we can make one sentence. Can anybody try to make a sentence? Meaningful sentence?
We can try, ma'am. We can try that.
Yes.
Rubber is a material
Yes.
which is stretchable, elastic, insulator. Also appear as
Flexible.
a plant. Flexible.
Yeah.
Also appear as the plant, which can be. Which all words were there? I did not write.
Which can be vulcanized and
Right.
yes, and vanished.
Right.
These were the words.
Somewhere.
Okay. Somewhat meaningful. Yeah, somewhat meaningful. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Okay. So let's move on to the next part. Let me introduce myself. I am Suchitra Nandan and I'll teach biology. I'm a TGT biology. So icebreaker already we have done. Now let's see the ground rules. Phones on silent, one person talking at a time. Keep to the topic, keep to time, and respect others' contributions. Okay, So today's agenda, today's webinar will have all these: introduction to careers in biology, research and academia careers, care careers in biology, environmental and ecological careers, biotechnology careers, other career paths in biology, skills and education needed for this. So let's start with introduction. Anybody has an idea about biology? What we actually what we know about biology? You already have displayed. Biology is, anybody wants to try? Anyone from biology field? Or
Yes, ma'am. I'm from biology background.
okay, so biology is actually what? It's what we learn in biology. It's
Biology.
basically like, yes, yes.
Yeah. Please carry on, ma'am. It's a branch of science that deals with the living things, right?
Yeah, it's a branch of science which deals with living beings. Also, it's basically life. We read about life science, science related to life, living organisms, ecosystems, and the processes around us, the physiological processes around us, right? So,
Right.
what are the fields in which we can work? Like basically, when we have this biology into our account, we have lots of things related to it, like research and academic, basically, like professors, lecturers, researchers in the universities, scientists. So how can we go about it? Like how to become a professor? Anybody has an idea? Like what is the selection procedure? How do we do that? I mean, what are the things needed for professors, lecturers, researchers? So let me tell you, for professors, lecturers, and researchers in universities, we actually go for a net examination. Either you because nowadays net has become mandatory. That is, net is National Eligibility Test, by which we can get the score, and if you get a cutoff, you are eligible to research. You become a PhD. You can apply for PhD, and after applying for PhD, after getting that degree, we can join as lecturers and researchers. Researchers are JRF, like Junior Research Fellow, and this is conducted by CSIR. Okay, CSIR and UGC. But UGC is for humanities subjects, CSIR is for science subjects. So biology will come under science. Therefore, we will have to apply for that, and then if we get the cutoff, we go for these careers. And it's very good for mostly women. If we go for women professors, lecturers, they are good. I think you'll agree to this. Next comes next will be healthcare careers. Like biology, always when we think about biology, what comes to our mind is doctors, right? So I think everybody must be knowing how we become doctors, how people become doctors. Anybody can anybody share?
To clear the NEET exam first after 12th. So
Yes.
directly
So we
going
need to
into the
have,
MBBS field. Yeah. MBBS
Mm.
field, and then some specialization in the subject.
Okay, so this is for government colleges or other colleges also, private colleges also.
Private
NEET
colleges, then they
scores.
have the management quota. Like even if you have the low score, you have to go for the management quota. And in the, like, if you go outside India, that is foreign countries, they just rely on your academic scores. So there no NEET is
Hmm.
required internationally.
Yes, NEET is not required. But then when you come back
PCB is
to,
required. PCB is
yeah,
required, whatever scores you are
yeah,
getting.
yeah, PCB is required. And then any other field related to NEET? Suppose only you get NEET score, and from that only you become a doctor, or you have other fields also along with NEET score? You can
You can
apply
go
for
for genetics.
MBBS, you can apply for BDS. Huh, you
Yes,
can go for
BDS.
BDS. No, for NEET score.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
saying,
Yes,
yeah,
yes, BDS.
BDS is dental. Yeah, then yes, then physiotherapy. You can go for physiotherapy. Physiotherapist also through NEET. You can go for Ayurvedic colleges, homeopathy colleges from the NEET score, right? So, doctors and surgeons, this is also a very lucrative career, although it is very, like keep on studying for a long period of time. So those who are dedicated only should take, I feel, should go into this career. Then comes genetic counselor. Have you heard about this genetic counselor? What is the work of genetic counselor? Anyone has idea about genetic counselor? To become a genetic counselor, you need to have a master's degree in genetic counseling from um, BGCI. BGCI is Board of Genetic Counseling in India. Okay. And what do they do? They counsel the people. Like, for example, if in a family there is a genetic disease. Okay. So, whether the child, like, what chances are there that the child also gets that disease? And how prepared you should be mentally, physically, how you're getting prepared to accept that condition in your family. That counseling is done by the genetic counselor. The genetic diseases running in a family, like for example, hemophilia is a genetic disease. Okay, there are Turner syndrome, Down, different genetic diseases, autism, okay, which are running in certain families. So the parents are counseled. So this is the work of a genetic counselor. It's a very good career. Then comes pharmacologist. What pharmacologists do? Anyone have any idea about pharmacologists?
You can go in research in that case, or you can have a
Yeah.
medical shop. Consulting the consultation of the various doctors, you can have a medical shop, medical practitioner, you
No,
can say.
no, that is pharmacy. Pharmacy. That is pharmacy. You deal with medicines.
Like you can become a
Make a
scientist also in this.
you have. See,
Like the
pharmacology
development
is
of the vaccines, you can say, ma'am.
Yeah, that is pharmacology. That is pharmacology. So you
Okay.
can go for places in which there is a regulatory agencies. Like you say whether the drug is like the medicines that we are developing, whether it is good for the people or it is not good for the people. How far it is harmful, how good it is. So that comes under pharmacology. Okay. So like drugs, during Corona, we had this vaccination. These pharmacologists were into creating vaccines, making, right? So that's also a very lucrative career. Then next is surgical careers. Surgical careers are now demanding because lots of climate change, is, to find out the biodiversity of a place and endangered species. Very lucrative career. And also you might have heard there's a in UPSC, like we become IAS, IFS is also one very demanding careers now. IFS is Indian Forest Service. So by taking biology in after graduation, you can appear for this exam and become an IFS and work as a district forest officer, DFOs. They start with here. And look after the species inside the jungles, in sanctuaries. They are posted here so that they keep they can keep the biodiversity alive. Like they can prevent poachers from killing the animals for different things. So they have a very good career. That's a very good career also in if you come across. I mean, if you take environmental science into account, right? Then environmental consultants. Environmental consultants are those who tell you about the projects. Like if you have a project, like you can have these certain industries which are developing, whether they are having a good impact on the people staying around that area or not. Okay, so they help in, they can join the government also to show whether the project is creating pollution or it is not creating pollution. All these consultations they can give to the government agencies. So this is also a very good career. Then wildlife biologists. So what they do is they do research on the areas or the green areas around a place, and they learn about the habitats of people. Sorry, not people, the animals and the living organisms there. And they do the research to find out whether some organisms are getting endangered and why they are getting endangered, so that they can work on it and they can keep the prevent the endangered species from getting endangered, creating awareness. All these are work of wildlife biologists, right? Then next one is your biotechnology. Biotechnology is, what do you mean by biotechnology? Can anybody answer biotechnology? What are biotechnology careers? When we add technology into biology, like when we use certain things to produce new things in relation to biological fields. Like for example, new products. Like for example, we have biotechnologically developed, genetically modified organisms, GMOs. Have you heard about this? Hybridization. We create,
Yes.
we create plants which are desirable, although it is a little harmful for the environment because we will not get any variation naturally. This is a man-made thing. Artificially, we are doing it, and we get desirable characters. Like, for example, I want a mango tree which is giving us more fruits and very sweet fruits. So we are increasing the quality by hybridization. So that comes under biotechnology, right? So we have biotech researchers to produce new things related to biology. Then we can work in agricultural areas where we can do research and create improved crops, like I said. Also, disease-resistant varieties can also be produced by this career. This is very important nowadays because we need we need to have sustainable goals, right? So we need to protect the environment as well as have lots of quality products so that it is not going to harm anybody, right? So we have biotech researchers, we have biotech engineers, we have biomanufacturing places. So we produce all these in the lab. Okay, it's artificially produced. So new technologies also in medicines like operation. Before it was like open operations. Now it is laparoscopic operations. So less pain, less number of stitches. You can join the your offices very quickly. Okay. So these type of researches, technologies used in biological field um, gives careers in biotechnology. Okay. Then we have epidemiologist also. If you want to add in this, there is epidemiologist also. What they do is they find out the if there is a disease, how to control them. What are the things necessary for I mean to control that type of disease. So during vaccine, during the corona also, and there is certain epidemic at that time, we take the help of these epidemiologists. I hope I'm making it clear. Then next comes your other paths, career paths in biology. Like you must have about forensic biologists. Forensic, have you heard about forensic science? Forensic is, can anybody tell me? You please tell. Forensic science. Yes, ma'am. Somebody was saying something. Hello, am I audible? Hello. Hello. I'm audible? Okay,
You are
forensic
audible, ma'am.
biologist,
You are
what
audible.
is the yes, yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, forensic biologist or forensic science means what? Have you heard about this
Yes, ma'am. In
forensic
CID,
science?
solving the criminal cases. In CIDs, mostly they solve the
Yes,
cases
yes. Well,
using the
yeah,
fingerprinting and the genetics.
yes.
So
Yes, very good. So this, yeah, forensic means the experts which take the help of fingerprints. Then they have other things. What they do is viscera. They take, a lot of things to account. Whatever is available, basically the fingerprints. So forensic biologists help us to, to find out a criminal by to account the fingerprints because fingerprints are different for different. It is not the same. Okay. So for we have forensic experts which help us to find out the criminals. Very very important, and also they analyze the crime scene. Okay, from the crime scene they can find out what was the situation when the crime had taken place, what was actually happening at that time. Then there are forensic pathologists also who take uh, things from there and find out what was the reason of uh, this crime. Also, there are forensic linguists. Forensic linguists are those who, find out what is the like languages involved. Like, for example, it is in some place where the person has committed suicide and has written a suicide note or maybe something which is having a language which is not deciphered by other people. So the forensic linguist can decipher it for the other people, for the people who can find out, like mostly the CIDs or the police, okay? So that they are, in a way, they're helping them to find out the criminal, right? Then, so there are certain things where these people come into account. Then comes science communicator. What do you mean by communicator? Science communicator? Can anybody say? So they explain the content of a science in a very simple way, explaining complex methods in a very simple way. Like basically, when those who write books, concepts of the biological concepts and everything, that is that is read by other people. So that is called as a science communicator or a writer, which who all like, for example, somebody is doing a research, but he's not having that uh, quality to write something about it. So somebody has to write it in a proper way so that the concept behind is explained to other people who are reading it. So those are science communicators. Okay,
It
so
means,
this is how. Yes, ma'am.
it means those who are
Hello?
having a vast range of subject, they can be considered as science communicators.
Yes, they can be considered as science communicators. I mean, they have the knowledge of that particular thing on the research. So research is done by a scientist, and product is brought into the front of the people, on the layman, by the science communicator who writes about all those things in a proper way. Okay, so that is how that's the work of a science communicator. Also, there is a work of transcription. Have you heard medical transcription? People who, in example, some doctors in USA, they write the prescriptions, the medicines, the name of the medicines which cannot be deciphered here. So there are people who work as medical transcriptionists, those who make it into the layman's language. So they also come under science communicator, right? Then comes public health expert. Who is a public health expert? Can anybody? I think you have an idea of public health expert. So who is a public health expert? So they are anthropologists, basically anthropologists. What they do is they find out about the what are the medicines, what are the vaccines which will create a what should I say, create a place where people can stay properly without any disease. So they are public health experts. Like we have epidemics. Like for example, during this corona, we had this epidemic called black fungus. Okay, so the public health experts, what they do research on this and they make the government aware of what is happening and how we can cure that particular, how we can prevent other people from getting affected. Okay, so that is the work of a public health expert. Those who have proper knowledge about that particular disease. Like this black fungus was happening due to a fungus. And what is the condition where it thrives? Like the people who had diabetes were affected by this disease more than other people. Also, those who have iron content in them more, they were affected by this disease. So, who is going to explain this to the government? The public health expert has to um, explain this to the government and work on this. What type of medicines are going to be given to prevent all these things? This is done by the public health expert, right? So these are the other careers in the path. Also, there are research works, like we have institutes like IISER, ICER, Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research. So here, after 12, people can face an entrance examination, and they can go for research work also, so that they can do research on different topics and can work as a scientist or a researcher. And this is also a very a good job, I mean, good career in biology. Then what are the skills required for all these? There are many other fields in biology, but because we have a time constraints, I could not put other things to it. But still, we need to know what are this for this career. So we have basically we have critical thinking, as because science is all about thinking out of the box. So we need to critical problem solving, and also laboratory techniques, also communication skills. Like we are doing everything, we need to have that much of expertise to write in scientific manner. So we can communicate to the layman also scientists, so that we all of them get to know about the researches. Although common people will not be able to understand the scientific work and all, but at least come. Careers in biology, we need to have a very higher knowledge, because there's a lot of things involved in it. We need to know all these things. How are we going to work on all these things? So we need to have a master's degree. We need to have a PhD degree, depending upon the career. Like for example, we need to go for NET examination. That is, if you want to be a professor or anything, we need to go for NET. That is National Eligibility Test. Okay, and we need to go for specializations. So we need higher education in. So education is really needed. Higher education is needed for biology to be the career. So now there is a growing demand for biologists because we are coming across a lot of other health issues. Now see, nowadays we are facing so much of problems, like the younger mass is actually having diseases like cardiac arrest. We're not able to hear before. So research is going on to find out what is the reason. Also, there is a lot of climate change. You know that temperature is increasing because of global warming and all that. So how do we need to sustainably? So we need environmental sustainability and biotechnology, because now population is increasing and we have less amount of resources. So we need to increase those resources qualitatively and quantitatively. So lots of technology is used nowadays in biological fields. Also, we need there's a lot of healthcare industries also need a lot of manpower to deal with different types of diseases that are happening around us. So continuously there are other things. So biology, if you take, like, before it was medicine, nowadays we have lots of other things also. There are also bioinformatics in which we get all infographics, means the graphical representation of disease and other things. Okay, so this is how biology is a very lucrative field, if you say, and people should go for biology instead of thinking about not going according to me. Also, if we conclude this, we have diverse opportunities, and those who have a passion for life and take biology as subject to get different careers in biology, and so that we come across different ways and needs to deal with different types of situations. And I think biology will never become obsolete, because now there are certain diseases and endangered species, new species in so I feel we should take biology. You may ask some questions. I'm sorry for the unstable internet connection. Although I'm using the Jio dongle and everything, it's not working here. So we come to an end of this careers in biology. Any questions?
Is there anyone who have a question to ask the resource person? Um, we understand that there was a glitch of the internet in between. However,
Yes,
we
sir.
believe that the idea has been conveyed to everyone. Yes. Is there anyone who have a doubt? Okay, no.
Hello.
Ma'am, kindly tell them
For
the
data
process of.
scientists,
Yeah.
for data scientists also we require biology, or we can go for math? For data
No, we
scientists?
can go for any field. Data science, nothing. Biology is not required for data scientists.
Okay.
Economics also, people taking economics also can go for data science.
Okay. Okay.
Biology is not required. Yes.
Ma'am, hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes, Pooja, ma'am.
which career option is in biology is there for side effects of the medicines?
That I told you that's pharmacologist, first of all, and second
Okay.
is epidemiologist.
Okay.
Pharmacologists will, they will tell you which drug is good for, whether it has side effects or not. So pharmacologists are the ones who will deal with this, and also epidemiologists.
And
I
which
hope
one
I'm
regarding
making
which?
it clear.
Thank you. And which one regarding precautions not to have a disease?
Precautions for what?
Like you were
Oh, that
telling
the
about black
yes.
something, black fungus.
Black fungus. Yes. So
What are the
black
precautions to be
fungus,
taken?
again,
Who researches about it?
epidemiologists, they only
Okay.
research about it, and mostly the
See.
doctors also tell you what prevention you can do.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, well.
Thank you, ma'am. It was a nice session.
Welcome, ma'am.
Though there was a glitch, but
Yeah, there's a lot. I'm so sorry for that. I apologize for the
we got the
internet
point.
connection.
It was clear. Whatever you want to say.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. You're patient enough to stay till the end. Thank you so much. Sir was saying something at that time. Any other doubts?
Actually, I wanted everyone to know the process of collecting a certificate for the session. As you all know, our sessions are free to join, but when it comes to taking a certificate, definitely there is a payment, which is 50 rupees per certificate. So those who wish to collect a certificate need to send 50 rupees to this number 9908925730. 9908925730. You can either send by GPay, Google Pay, or Paytm, and kindly send a screenshot to the same number through WhatsApp so that we will get to know that you have done the payment. Along with the screenshot of the payment, send the name as you want on your certificate. Okay? And within 24 hours, you will be receiving the certificate, maximum by morning, in worst cases within 24 hours. Thank you, everyone.
Can you repeat the number again?
9908925730.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. We'll meet in the upcoming session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Thank you,
everybody.
sir. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.